Bob Fryer here in the AAPEX studio. We want to thank our sponsors, Repairify and Great Water 360 Auto Care. I'm really looking forward to talking to Brenda Sellers. She's the author of You Slept Where, which is really cracking me up, and I can't wait to get to that. But it's good to have you here. You were what in the aftermarket industry?
Okay, we're a manufacturer.
Manufacturers.
Yeah, at Graphics. We were the people that made the little stick people on the back of the cars. That's kind of our name to fame. And so I've been in the industry a long time. I was 1990 Man of the Year.
I was going to ask you about that. That's hysterical.
Because they didn't have a Man of the Year. They didn't have a female.
And that's crazy because that was just 1990.
Yeah.
Like that wasn't that long ago.
I know.
How far we've come, right?
I know, that's for sure.
So where did the title come from?
Okay, so the title came from my dad. My dad's a farmer in Tennessee, and I climbed Mount Everest.
Which is amazing.
Okay, well I didn't do good. I said my biggest accomplishment of climbing Mount Everest is I didn't break a fingernail.
But you made it to the top.
Well, and then...
Did you make it to the top?
Well, that wasn't the goal.
Okay.
The goal was to photograph the Mount Everest. There's 4 sets of wonders of the world, and I was photographing the Mount Everest is one of the natural wonders of the world.
Oh, yeah.
So if I could have skydived and got the picture, I would have done that.
You would have done that? Yeah, that's pretty high.
Yeah, so I stayed in the underwater hotel, the ice hotel, and then my dad, I slept in a silo in Quaker State. It was Quaker Oats silo in Ohio, and my dad was like, he could not believe that I paid to sleep in a silo when we have a silo on our farm. And so he's like, you slept where?
You slept where?
He's like, you slept where? And paid money. He's
that sounds like a farmer in Tennessee.
That's a farmer in Tennessee,
yeah.
and he's from the greatest generation. He obviously grew up in the Depression,
yes.
and so he could not believe that. So he's you slept where? And the second part, Calamities of a Clumsy Businesswoman, the publisher said that it seemed like every chapter I'm stumbling, I'm falling.
Oh, really?
So it ended up being, I had so many different adventures that they just picked the ones that either I was falling or tripping or something.
Have you always been someone who just really embraces life? It sounds like
Yes. Well, we never know if tomorrow is going to come.
That's fair.
So live life like today is your last day, because it might be.
Where's the craziest place you think you ever slept?
The slip, okay.
Yeah, the silo or the underwater? Or?
The underwater was pretty bizarre. The ice hotel was pretty cool. It was pretty cold.
How did you get Jay Leno, by the way,
so Jay Leno, obviously is a car person, and I got his permission to use his quote in Chapter 8. And in Chapter 8, that's me in a 59 red Cadillac convertible in Wildwood Inn. And so Jay's quote is, at our age, growing up, that car was our iPhone.
That's your freedom right there.
Yes, it's our freedom.
That's when you start to live.
That is our iPhone. So he did the quote. Every chapter at the end has a quote.
Aw, that's so fun. Wow, you've been all over. I'm just looking at the pictures. You've been all over the world. Now, this, by the way, just landed on Audible, correct?
Yes, it just landed on Audible. And my cousin, she is a narrator. She's read 175 books. Amanda Prater Stribling, Stribling, and she's currently reading Dolly Parton's book. So
That's
I'm
amazing.
so proud of her. So.
You might get to meet Dolly Parton.
Oh no, I know Dolly Parton.
You do?
Yeah, in Maribel, Kiwanis, sponsored the Imagination Library. So Dolly, she sponsors that for the books for children. Where if you're the child is born, you get a book from when you're born to age 5.
Okay.
But our Maribel Kiwanis started that program. So I was Kiwanis president, and so we did a workshop with Dolly.
Okay.
And so that's kind of our, and she's obviously from where I'm from. So
now, did it take you a while to put all of this together? Obviously, you had to go through all of the adventures before you were able to compile it into this.
Well, I have a Guinness World Record pending for the most scrapbooks and photo albums. I'm a photographer. That's part of the. Yeah, I'm 1,041 scrapbooks and photo albums.
What does pending mean? What do they have to? They have to verify it?
That means $6,000.
You got to pay. Thank you, Guinness.
Yes, I didn't realize that.
That's hysterical. We'd love to put you in the book.
Yeah, but I've got 2 rooms, so I photographed all those. So each adventure has a different photo album. And this is a funny story about the big potato in Boise, Idaho. I photographed that big potato in a parade in Wisconsin. 7 years later, I'm sleeping in that big potato in Boise, Idaho.
Sleeping in a big potato?
Big potato. The big potato.
Big potato.
Big potato.
Oh, okay. Sour cream, onions, chives, anything like that going on?
Yeah, that's funny.
Where can we get this?
Okay, you get it on Amazon.
Get it on Amazon?
Get it on Amazon.
And now Audible.
And Audible. If you're an Audible, it's free. You just click on it if you've got a membership with us.
Wonderful. Brenda, it was lovely to talk to you.
Well, it was wonderful to talk to you, too.
I'm going to get this on Audible and listen to it while I ride my bike.
Oh, and I wanted to do a big plug for the women,
Sure.
the women in the automotive,
yes.
because I went to the breakfast yesterday, and from growing up in the industry all these years, there was no females in the industry.
It's changed.
It's changed,
a lot.
and I'm just so proud of the women in the automotive auto care, and they've done such a great job. There was 250 people at that breakfast yesterday.
Yeah, you wouldn't have seen that back in 1990.
No, there was me.
There was you. Man of the year.
That was funny. So,
Brenda, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, and thank you for coming by.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
If you are out and about at AAPEX 23, make sure that you're taking those pictures and using the hashtag AAPEX 23 when you're posting on social media. I'm Bob Fryer in the AAPEX studio.